Okay, we're going to try this demonstration here today. I have a heating plate that's warming some water. It's gotten to the point where the water is now boiling, and I've got a thermometer here that should verify that for us. The thermometer placed in the heating element showing a water temperature of around 100 degrees Celsius, which is to be expected. We'll give it a minute to acclimate just to make sure. Inside the steam generator, we could call this too. Inside this boiling water is a collection of materials. Most of them are cylinders from the density lab last week. And the density lab cylinders were all the same mass, different sizes, and different materials. Additionally, inside the boiling water, I've got some ball bearings and a couple other masses from our weight set. What we're going to do is we're going to get those items to the same temperature. They should all be at around 100 degrees themselves, since they've been in this boiling water for a period of time now. And I'm going to set them on the block of paraffin wax up here. Now, this paraffin wax has a melting point of around 55 degrees Celsius. And what we should see is that the cylinders are going to melt a particular amount of this paraffin wax based on their mass. And so I'd like to see how much melt occurs. And ideally, we're actually going to see these cylinders sink into the paraffin wax a little bit. So I'm watching my temp readings off the screen. They seem to be leveling out. The thermometer is reading about 99 degrees, so we'll see if that's truly accurate. There might have been some pressure built up in here with this stopper in place. So right now, I guess you can't quite see what I'm doing. I'm just reaching into the steam generator here. I'm going to grab whichever one of these cylinders that I can. Let's see, I don't know which one that is. Let's see if we can get a better grip on it. Oops, upside down. Try to flip it over here. Okay, so this is cylinder B. I'm going to place him right here. And if we look, I don't know if you can see it from this camera view, you can kind of see how it's sinking into that wax. It's melting itself down into that wax. So that's pretty good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, let's try another one. Here's the copper cylinder. This is item D, so I'm going to place him right about, right about there, and hopefully this does not tip over. Here's cylinder C. We'll put that right in between those two. Here's a ball bearing. Well, while I've got it, I'll set it aside if it'll stay still. Okay, there's our small ball bearing. Okay, got our large ball bearing. Now, these ball bearings are made of the same material. They're just different sizes, therefore different masses. I'll just go ahead and grab these weight set masses as well. Here's our 200 gram mass. Here is density mass. Item E, looks like we've lost a little bit of our copper guy. That's okay. We'll let that one go. And then our mass, that's 100 grams. Sorry, that's the 50 gram mass. And I think I've got one more cylinder in here. Okay, this was cylinder item number, or item letter A. Well, I'm running out of room. So we'll place him, well, we'll just set him there. All right, so kind of an interesting thing. I guess my devices were out of level, or my paraffin wax block was out of level a little bit. But we're starting to see just how much these materials have kind of embedded themselves into the block of wax. So that's kind of a neat observation. Ideally, I think we would, after this cools and after all the heat energy is transferred out of the metal items into the paraffin wax, I think we could probably predict the volume of wax that's displaced. and maybe do some observational measurements there. We're about to lose this big mass off to the side. Is it going to fall? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, pretty neat stuff. So just by accepting all of the heat energy from, oh, there it goes, all of the heat energy from the boiling water, now transferring that heat energy into the wax, we would expect to see different levels of embedment based on the different masses of the materials. So I'm going to let this thing kind of continue to cool off a little bit, and I'll bring this block into class so that we can talk about it when we see each other next.